Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tony's Picks Happy Hour here for Thursday, April 24th, 2025. Hey, hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Definitely kicked off Thursday in style with the White Sox. First five for me. I'll take it. I kind of got a little scared full game, but I took them first five, and we got the win in that one to start 1-0 on the day. Can't complain there. As always, I got the three Ramigos with me today. So we got Ron and Ramon. We'll get over to Ron and Ramon and see how their Thursday morning's kicking off. Kicking on over to Ramon first. How you doing, Ramon?
Yeah, pretty good, guys. Ready to go here. It's draft night, I know, but we've got to make some picks here. We've got games, big-time games tonight. So the draft can kind of take a separate screen. Let's have some winners here on Thursday night. Coming off, brought you some winners here yesterday. Going to do it again.
I can tell you, I will not be placing any bets on this year's NFL draft. No chance. They give you sheets of those as a handout going, here you go. You want to bet this? Want to bet that? No, I do not. I do not want to if I wanted to buy a lottery ticket, I'll stop into the lotto booth and then go pick it up. And I don't want to lay minus 20,000 with what's his name going to be drafted number first. I think that's his price going right now. If I'm not mistaken, minus 2,000 or 20,000 to go number one in the draft. Well, hey, nothing like laying 20,000 to win $100. Woo! Yep. That sounds like a great value play there in that one. Kicks on over to Ron. How you doing here on this Thursday, Ron?
Hey, draft night, the night the Cleveland Browns can enjoy football for at least one time in the season. Oh, I'm doing great, man. 3-0 on my best bets last night. Once again, another 92nd minute goal today. Screwed me on that one, but yeah, 0-1 in soccer today. We got those best bets. I hit them all last night. Let's hit them all again tonight. Let's go.
Definitely sounds good. Let's get to it. We've all been rolling along, kicking the book in the teeth. So let's continue here on this Thursday. We got three rolling in the NBA. We got the Knicks into Detroit for game number 3. That place is going to be going absolutely bananas in Detroit. Hey, we got OKC into Memphis. Hey, it popped up to 10 and popped right back down to 9.5, where I see it settled at this afternoon. 229 is the total in that one. And we got Denver and the Clippers. Clippers up to a 5.5-point favorite in that one. Total pretty much stuck where it was, 214.5. Looking at the injury report, so game time decision on Denver for Porter in that one. Clippers clean injury report. Looking at OKC and Memphis. Memphis with the clean injury report on their side. Dieng out for OKC. Knicks clean injury report. Detroit side of things, we know Ivy's out. Stewart, game time decision for the Pistons. Kick it on over to Ramon. What do you like here in tonight's NBA action, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the game here. First up with the Knicks and Detroit tonight. You mentioned the atmosphere, obviously, tonight in Detroit for this home game, and they've wrestled the home court advantage away from them here. And yeah, the Knicks have had maybe up tempo here in the second half of the season. That's kind of helped them, certainly, but both teams really rank among the slowest pace. I mean, your Pistons are basically in the bottom group, and so are the Knicks, really, despite kind of the Knicks' tendencies there, and probably because of their strong shooting at times. But right now, the offense looks to be struggling to me. Brunson had 37 points, but he took 27 shots. So, look, I think the Pistons will have a little bit more spread offense, if you will, because they've got to try to do something about Cade Cunningham here, put Anunoby or Bridges, whatever they're going to do. I think they're going to look to kind of slow him down. And I don't know if the Pistons supporting cast is all that effective in scoring. I think they're going to have to go to the defensive mode here to kind of keep this one down. So, look, the Knicks have always won here pretty much, but they're often low-scoring affairs. And with this Pistons team being a little bit better tonight, I'm going to take the under here in this one. Both teams' defensive capabilities, to me, a little bit slower pace. And maybe the recent trends as well can keep this one in the 105-100 range or so. Who's going to win? I'm going to take the under tonight and hear what you guys have to say. Under here, 213.5 with Knicks and Pistons tonight.
Kick it on over to Ron. What do you like here in the NBA slate tonight?
Now I'm gonna look at the late game. You got a 20-8 Clippers club that just dominated at home, winning by 13.8 points per game, covering the spread by 5.8 points per game. You got a Denver team on the road that loses on an average, covering the spread by 5 points. It's right on that line. I would just try to find a way to maybe parlay Clippers with something else, but I think it's right on the line. If I can get 4.5 or 5, I'd probably take the Clippers, but 5.5, it's kind of getting up there a little bit. 5.5, 6, I don't want nothing to do with it. But if you can find a parlay, throw them Clippers in there.
And for me in the NBA slate tonight, you know what? I'm going to be the only guy on my little island. Give me Memphis plus the points here in this one. Why? Because they're at home here in this one. So if they have any pride as a team left in this season, well, then you're going to be one of these games that you got to step up for the hometown crowd here in this one. And what I've seen all year long from this Memphis squad off of a road loss, they've come back home and they play pretty well. 10-1 straight up, 8-3 against that number following a road loss. So I think these are one of these. Do they win the game outright? No, I don't know about that. I'm not rushing to the window to take a Memphis money line here in this one, but 9.5 points as a home dog. I'm going to grab those 9.5 points as a home dog.
Well, I was walking in Memphis.
Yeah, definitely.
Walking with my feet 10 feet off a bill. You're walking in Memphis. Good luck with that one, Ron.
Feel the way I feel. So the ghost of Elvis. Right? So I'll take Memphis there in that one. Maybe a little sprinkle on my line. Little. Gotta sprinkle a little if you're taking it going. So, and then the other one I like here, I like the first half over between Denver and the Clippers in that one. Denver on the road, they just score points. Defensive wise, they're not very good at defending the three as well. So you see that the Clippers love to shoot the three, and then they get hot. Well, they start shooting the three like crazy. So also when they're not playing a whole lot, 6 games in 2 weeks. So not a lot of basketball played for Denver. Had a nice little rest. So they played a couple games. And when they do that, 11-4 in that first half over. And also with 2 days rest, 5-1 to that over. I think we get to 110 plus. One of those track meets early. Maybe it slows up and get a little defensive later. But early on, I'll take the over in that one. That wraps up the NBA slate. Let's kick it on over to the MLB board. See what we got rolling left there tonight. Brewers up big, 5-2 in that one, top of the fifth. Looking
Definitely
at
a dog day. Definitely a dog day today.
Dog day. Well, the Royals got the win in the first one in game one of that one.
Yeah, I think they're giving out free Chick-fil-A if the Royals score over 3 runs now because it doesn't happen.
They got 7. Let's see what they do here. Let's see what they do with Michael.
The first time in 17 games that they've scored over 4 runs. Yeah, no kidding.
Wow. And also the Seattle Mariners and their run in the first inning continued. They've hit 12 straight runs. 12 straight Yerfies for the Seattle squad we see today. Crazy. I would figure that you would get a long streak the other way where you would get no runs rather than seeing runs in the first inning of all those games. If I had to guess, I would equate that 2 pitchers could get 6 outs more often than giving up a run in 12 straight. That's got to. I don't know what the record is. I'd have to dig it up and see.
Crochet was off though. Definitely. Woo was on. Woo was looking good.
Let's see. We got 5 left on tonight's board. 6. 5 left. Counting the doubleheader there. So let's get to. We got Colorado taking on KC. Game number 2. We got Baltimore taking on the Nationals. Pittsburgh taking on the Angels. Tampa Bay taking on Arizona. Texas taking on the homeless. Kicking on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the MLB tonight, Ramon?
Well, if you don't mind, I'll go fast here. This one's about to go in about 4 minutes here with Kansas City hosting Colorado. You guys already did all the work for me talking about the offenses. You got two teams that this season are a combined 16-29 to the under. The numbers for the starters don't look great. I know that, but you got Dolander here. He's obviously a top prospect, the Rockies' top prospect, and going up against that Royals offense, averaging just over 3 runs per game. I'm willing to do it and go under here. You can get 9 under 20 or 8.5 over 20. It feels like right now. Rockies come in averaging 3.2 runs per game. Michael Lorenzen hasn't been great either. 4.5 ERA coming in, but against this Rockies lineup, I'm willing to go under here in game 2. It's also getaway day. They're kind of squeezing this doubleheader in. Get in, get out, get rolling to the next series. I've got the under 8.5 tonight with Colorado and Kansas City. Get it in now. It starts in 3 minutes.
Kicking on over to Ron. What do you like here in tonight's MLB action, Ron?
Yeah, Big Brother's pissed. I think Baltimore gives it to Washington today. They got to be ticked off. I know it's Mackenzie Gore on the mound, but you're seeing that line is starting to fall back to even. Tells me Baltimore is going to win this one. Take the Orioles.
Home run. 5-4. Brewers Crews hanging on. The Giants just hit a 2-run bomb.
Whoa, who had the Chapman props? I bet that was a pretty popular one.
I think so too. Yeah, definitely. I think we might have heard that one on the morning show. Somebody was might have been talking about Chapman, but definitely got one. And for me, looking at these ones, I'm going to go the other way. I like Washington here in this one. Favored for a reason, and I don't trust this Baltimore squad to be hitting any left-handed pitchers. We just seen what they did versus Parker, and Parker went 8 innings, looked like an ace. For Washington, I just can't trust the Baltimore offense there to be hitting left-handed pitching. So I'll continue to take Washington. If you want, and if the Washington bullpen is the scary part, then take Washington first 5 because hey, we know what that bullpen can do. So I'm hoping that Gore can go 7-8 innings like Parker did in his outing because we know what the Washington bullpen is. But it's improved a little bit from what it used to be when it started off the year. So, well, it can't get any worse. Well, I'm not going to say that because it could get worse than what it was. It's possible in baseball to get worse. But another one I'm looking at here in this in the MLB slate tonight is the Athletics in Texas. We've seen some unders. We've seen an under yesterday, which was surprising. I thought this homeless park was supposed to be hitter friendly and see some runs. We'll take it here tonight. Give me DeGrom on the mound and Ginn. I think we both see some runs from both those guys. DeGrom can give up a couple. Ginn can give up a couple. And then we'll see some more late fireworks. Either way, we'll get over the 8.5 in that one. I'll take the over tonight with Texas and the homeless. That wraps up the MLB slate. Rolling here tonight. Let's skate on over the ice. We got 3 games on the card. We got 4 on the card. I'm already jumping ahead because I'm doing videos for tomorrow, so I'm already thinking about tomorrow's card. So I'm on to the new day tomorrow. And looking at today's slate, we have 4 on the board tonight. My bad. Florida taking on Tampa. Game number 2. Game number 3 between Toronto and Ottawa. Game number 3, Vegas, Minnesota. And then game number 3, Winnipeg Jets, St. Louis Blues. We'll start with Ron here in this one. What do you like in the hockey slate tonight, Ron?
Yeah, I know the Leafs are up 2-0 in this series, and they're going to Ottawa, and everybody's going to be humping on Ottawa. But you got to look at the records. If you look at Toronto, they were one of the most profitable road dog teams, 8-4 this year, 68%, amassing over 700 units of profit. I'm going to take Toronto on the money line.
Take it on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the NHL slate tonight, Ramon?
I'm going to the same game. I'm going to talk the total with Toronto and Ottawa getting this, first home game basically in the playoffs in 7 years. So talk about atmospheres. I'm sure they'll be ready to go, but they need to play discipline. They need to play a defensive game in order to have a chance to win this one. Toronto's getting good. feels like good goaltending now, or maybe it's Ottawa's inability to do anything in full strength situations right now. So I've just got it as a tight, low scoring contest. 8 of the last 10 meetings gone under between these two. So I figure it starts actually pretty slow here. Crowd will be fired up, that's for sure. But back to feeling it out, I feel like at the start of the game here, guys. And I just think gritty defensive battle with Stolars and Olmark here between the pipes. I'm going under the 5.5 here. Could get even money minus $1.05 or so. I'm going under.
And for me in these ones tonight, you look at one that I'm looking at is I'm going to take St. Louis here. They're going to win one. I don't think the Jets are going to sweep it. If they do win one, it'll be right here in this one. St. Louis has won 12 straight games at home. That crowd we know is a hockey crowd, and they'll be going absolutely bananas in that one. And we've seen St. Louis keep these games tight. The last one was a 2-1 effort there. And at 5, I don't know. I don't want to be chasing an under again to get burnt on a 5, because we know a shot here and a shot there, and boom, boom, you get 2 quick goals, and there goes your anything of getting an under. But I think St. Louis stands up and at least gets a win there in that one. And then the other one, man, I went back and forth on this one. But in the video, I stuck with Minnesota. I think Minnesota and Vegas. Minnesota at home, tough task to beaten up on Minnesota at home. Should be a good one. Lean to an under lower scoring type of game there in that one, but I'm going to take the home dog to get the job done. We've seen Minnesota record in the regular season at home wasn't the greatest. They played their better hockey on the road in the regular season, but this is the playoffs. Nothing like that hometown atmosphere to get the juices flowing, as they say, because that's exactly what it's going to be. And hey, nothing like a Minnesota crowd. We know how loud and ruckus they can get in Minnesota. So I think that's what you got there, and I think they take advantage. I like Gustafsson in goal too. I think he is the better goalie in the series. If I had my choice, Gustafsson or Hill, I know Hill had made him there, but I'll take Gustafsson in that one, and I think he stands up in that one. Give me Minnesota in that one. That wraps up the hockey slate for tonight. That brings us to the that brings us to the eject. What the heck was that?
Eject.
Hey, Ramon. See you. Have a good night.
Thanks, Ron.
Hit the wrong button.
No, the weather.
You hit the wrong button on the browser, didn't you?
Show's over, isn't it?
I was clicking over to the parlay section. Player prop game in the future. We'll leave it up to the camera to decide.
Got some college baseball waiting for you, man. Woo, let's go.
We'll leave it up to the camera to decide whatever they like in this section, and then it'll let us know what they got going over at Tony's Picks, because that's where you can find our best bets is over at Tony's Picks. So hey, definitely I don't know where to scoop up our best bets tonight. Kick it over to Ramon to
Mr. Whiskers
to kick us off.
Andrew already gave out a baseball play, a total. I'm going to go to a total 2 in my college baseball winner for tonight with number 2 Clemson taking on NC State here. I'm going to go under 10 runs. I don't know who's pitching yet for Clemson. That was kind of the trepidation here, but maybe one of your favorites could be Rod Titsworth, could be on the mound tonight, could be him, or it could be Kanak, I think, here for Clemson. So I'm not too worried about it. There's a top 25 matchup. I think you're going to get great pitching from Clemson tonight. They'll probably win, but they're a big favorite. Go under 10 runs, Clemson and NC State. Over at Tony'sPicks.com, I'd like to say that I'm the hottest capper this week, but that honor would go to Rod right now. But between all of us here, we're actually tearing it up, and I got a 3-pack tonight in the 3 major sports. It worked last night, Rod. I'm going to do it again. I've got one in the NBA, my best play in the NHL, and my still best play in baseball tonight. So 3-pack over there. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Not only are Rod and I and Ron all year, he's on that leaderboard as well, but I've also hit 36 of my last 47 over the last 12 days right now. That is a wild run here right now. So tonight's the night to hook up with me this weekend, or pair me up with one of these 2 gentlemen. They're just as hot. We're one of the few sites that have that active leaderboard 2 2.0. You can check out all of our results. We're not making it up as we go along. So go on over and check it out over at Tony's Picks and then get signed up.
Definitely hand on over. You can see everyone's hot over the last week. You can see the numbers. As we say, fully transparent, documented record over at Tony'sPicks.com. So definitely heading over and scoop up on Ramon and grab his packages.
You guys had that winner this morning. You guys had that winner this morning. The rain. I had the total under. I was going to have another winner, Rod, but it didn't. It worked out for you guys. I didn't get that full result, but
because of the total. Because of the total.
We were on the right side. That's all right.
At least it's not the loss, right? At least he didn't take the L in that one, right? Sometimes it's sometimes I'll take a push over an L any day of the week.
You can have some of mine. I got 26 of them now.
You want to? Wow,
don't need to whine about it when you're hot. So just move on and pick another winner.
And pick another winner. Yeah. All right, kick it on over to Ron. What do you got for us tonight, Ron?
Yeah, I'm giving out pushes, man. Y'all want some? You can have some of mine. Definitely. No, like Ramon said, everything's documented. Like Rod said, we are everything's documented, fully transparent. We suck. We good. You're going to see it. You just got to look at our record for a parlay tonight. Let's look at Major League Baseball. And like I said, I'm going to take the Baltimore Orioles here as a small dog. In the NBA, I'm going to go with Detroit Pistons. Plus that 1.5, and then let's see, in hockey, give me Toronto. So I got 3 dogs. It looks like maybe we can get some outright dogs right there for tomorrow morning in the KBO. Another winner, nice 17-5 winner in Samsung. You didn't need that 1.5. You could have took 16.5 or whatever, or 11.5. But yeah, let's go with SSG Landers -1 at -118 right now. You can figure that out, or just play the money line about 160 and then play the run line at +120 if you want. Get that SSG Landers. Used to be the SK Wyverns, if you remember that. But yeah, SSG Landers there for you tomorrow morning. So what I got for sale tonight, I got, like I said, my best bets all hit yesterday. Got 3 best bets on the card tonight. 1 baseball, the MLB Diamond Crusher, the Blue Line Special, and the NBA 3-point play. Get those 3 right now at Tony's Picks.
And for me, a little 2-teamer on the ice. We're going to take Minnesota. We're going to take St. Louis. A little 2-teamer for you on the ice tonight. And then for me, over Tony's Picks, just like Ramon, I love giving you my best bet in the NHL, my best bet in the NBA, and my best bet in the MLB as well. So we're on a nice little 10-1 run with the MLB play of the day. Looking to continue that hot streak there in the MLB, considering my slow start. So we're digging out. We're getting close to almost getting back to the even point in the MLB with this run. So definitely knocking some wood that we're keeping going and smashing it in the right direction.
Well, you're kicking it, Rod, because you're rolling up on the yearly leaderboard now with us. So yeah, definitely Rod's hitting that leaderboard too. So watch out.
We got some numbers and we can see some pictures and we're watching some games and definitely loving what I'm seeing in the baseball. So starting to see the board well. Definitely you can see us all heating up and putting money in your pocket. So take advantage of that 2-for-1 capital promotional over at Tony's Picks. Pair us up. It's a Thursday, so I think the Thursday is the best day to get that 3-day pass because you'll get Thursdays action, you get Fridays action, you get Saturdays action. The most cappers have their stuff in early, so before midnight Eastern time, meaning you'll get Sunday stuff as well. So basically, you get 4 days for the price of that 3 days pass. Is the way to go at Tony's Picks. Because then when you're aboard long term over the weekend, hey, if you get that late steam play, we find something in the afternoon, or we get some late info that somebody gets hurt. Sometimes in the shoot around, even in the NHL, sometimes the skate around in the morning skate. Sometimes pucks go flying. People take it to the face, take it out. Injuries happen. And then you get that late info. We can jump aboard with us. Because when you're aboard long term, you get an email directly to you. One of those exclusives at Tony's Picks. I haven't seen anybody else doing that. So definitely jump aboard long term here with us.
What was that, Rod? Jabari Smith then shoot around broke his shooting wrist.
Broke his wrist,
yeah. So he hadn't been the same since. So yeah.
What's his name in Denver? Was feeding the cows some hay and broke his leg. What's his name? The defensive guy on Denver, big guy. Trying to remember the guy that owns the ranch. big defensive lineman. Owns the cattle ranch. But same thing. Yeah, broke his leg. All of a sudden, whoop, broken leg. Didn't do it on the field. So those free gags didn't happen.
Yeah. Spencer Strider yesterday, sprained his mustache, right?
Yeah, too many mustache rides. Hey, came back and got too many. That's why they had him on a pitch count, and he was like, went over his mustache rides, and look what happened. That's why you put them on a. He was only allowed to give 8 mustache rides, and decided he was going to give a baker's dozen, and well, that didn't turn out so well, and now he's on the IR. So look what happens. All right, that wraps up the Thursday slate of things. Any final words before we head on out for Thursday's card?
I am headed out to see the Marlins and the Cubs AA right now, so wish me luck out there. Yep.
All right, I'll try another winner in the AFL. Go for 2 in a row. I'm going to lay the points here big time with Collingwood, minus 24.5. They're on top of the table right now. Essendon's played okay on the road for sure, but Collingwood feels just too strong right now atop the table at 5 wins and 1 loss so far. So take Collingwood minus 24.5 against Essendon.
Take the Bears to draft an offensive tackle there in there.
Oh, here we go. We need one.
He said he wouldn't do it.
I said I wouldn't do it, but I'm taking you one.
He said
the same one that I had a couple days ago. I'm still sticking with it.
I will say this about people betting everybody's waiting for that trade to kind of upset the apple cart a little bit. All 32 teams have retained their first round pick. So if you're expecting a trade, it'll be a surprise, I think, to everybody. Follow the chalk, I have to say, at least early on. Maybe someone will, one of those goofy teams. There's a reason why they pick early, because they end up screwing it up.
Buffalo's done that twice with Kansas City and ended up with Patrick Mahomes and Xavier Worthy. I don't think they want to trade with the Chiefs.
I don't think they're going to do that again. Yeah. Any surprises tonight? Any Daniel Jones picking? Well,
I mean, obviously everyone's I thought Shedeur got a bum rap. I mean, if you're going to talk about somebody like that, I think the problem lies within your organization. Whether the player is any good or not, to go spilling the beans like that, maybe he just didn't understand that. When you brought up into a professional culture, it'd be hard for me to think that Shedeur would be anything but a professional because of his upbringing. Yeah, you can like or not like Sanders and his dad, but we know where they came from. They came from professional sports, so that's the kind of family they have.
Right.
Doesn't mean he's going to get drafted.
He'll get drafted. A lot lower than I don't think he's. I think he's a little bit overhyped myself, but we'll see. That wraps up the Thursday slate. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you that join us here on the Happy Hour show. And hey, if you were new here today and you just joined us, make sure you subscribe. That way you don't miss out on the Happy Hour or the morning show or any of the content that drops here at Tony's Picks. Hey, have yourself a wonderful Thursday, everybody. Till tomorrow morning, catch us 9:30 a.m. Eastern on the Tony's Picks morning show as well. So have yourself a wonderful night, everybody. Crush the books. Make it a winning one. Till then, we'll see you tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. See you, everybody.
Good luck, guys. See you tomorrow night.